Hey guys, welcome back to the brickitectLIVE late night radio show. If this is the first time you've been at one of these shows, basically this is just a place for us to chat, hang out, and talk. Tonight we had a really great group of people that were in the Ninjago stream, and I thought it'd be fun to start one of these up and have you guys come over here. Hopefully people are still around and we can have a good time here talking about some random stuff on the brickitectLIVE late night radio show. Welcome. I see a lot of people saying hi. Thankfully YouTube did their job once again. Very rarely do they make the mistake of not sending out notifications, but when it happens, it's pretty catastrophic. My stream that I did yesterday, there was like 2 people that showed up, and I was like, well, I think something went wrong here. But luckily, everyone kind of came across on that. But let's not talk about YouTube. Actually, let's talk about YouTube. Let's talk about the fact that I'm nearing the end of Ninjago City, and I've got a big decision to make here. I've got to figure out what my next thing is going to be. What's my next build? And I kind of want to talk to you guys about that topic tonight. I want to talk about, why do you watch live streams? What do you like about live streams? What's the reason that you attend my live streams? What is it that you enjoy about it? Like, I know what I like, but I want to hear what you guys like about live streams. And I'm specifically asking this because I need to know, are you attending the live stream for the build? Are you attending the live stream for the conversation that we have? Are you attending the live stream for the conversation in the chat? What is the reason that you're here? What's the reason you're here right now? What's the reason that you go to any live stream? It could be anybody's, not necessarily just mine. That's what I want to cover, at least initially. We'll move on to other topics. Because the reason I ask is, I've mentioned before, obviously I have a couple sets here that may not be the best thing for live streaming necessarily. But do I build these on a live stream? Okay, so we got a lot of people commenting on this. We'll talk about it a little more. And I'll kind of read these off. You guys, if you're watching this, you can see the chat on the screen, but if you're listening to this in an audio format, which some people do, I'll kind of read everything. I enjoy listening to your opinions. I like how they're interactive. All of the above, the interaction, conversation. I'm seeing a lot of conversations. Interact with people easier. I'm attending for interaction. I'm here to talk personally to someone you admire. Well, that's really nice. Thank you for that. I attend the fact that, Jinblade says, I attend for the fact that I have a job on your stream to keep the chat safe. You and Lego Freak, I really appreciate what you guys do. The interaction between you and Clark. Okay. Tonight, boy, he was something else. I was committed to keeping him in the whole stream. The kick-out meter has never been higher than it was tonight. But we kept them, and hopefully you guys are okay with that. I know it can probably get annoying to some people, and it definitely slows down the build a little bit, but it's kind of, it's the reality of having a 3-year-old. So I hope it's not too annoying. That's my biggest fear, is like I worry about other people. I worry about myself too, because I'm trying to build this set, and I don't want to look like a complete idiot messing it up all the time, which I tend to do. So I would say the biggest thing here that people have said thus far is that interaction and conversation is what people want, or what you guys want. So my thoughts on this are this. I was thinking that, like the Saturn V, obviously I have the Saturn V coming in the mail. What if I make that the next live stream build? I know obviously it's not going to be very interesting for you guys to see me build that. But if you're not necessarily here for the build, and I was thinking that this would probably be the case. Like, I don't think most people that were watching the stream tonight came specifically because I was building bag 13 of Ninjago. I don't think people were glued to their screen because they were just so interested in seeing what Lloyd's apartment looked like. I think it is about the interaction and conversation. And that's the reason that I do these, is because that's something that's very valuable to me. If it wasn't for that, I would just do it as a normal video, and then I'd show you what it looks like at the end, and that's what it would be. So what I was thinking was, why don't I do Saturn V, because obviously it's a high priority for me to build it. And before it was the diner, I was going to get the diner, but this kind of came up as a deal on eBay, and it seems silly to have the Saturn V sitting, and then getting the diner, building the diner, the Saturn V still sitting, and then building it off stream. It just seems like a waste when it's time that I'm spending that I could be talking to you guys. Yeah. Crazy Bricks nailed it here. It seems hard for you to focus on the instructions, building the set, handling Clark, keeping an eye on Jago City, and reading the chat. It is very hard to multitask. That's why I think on Saturn V, if that's the route that we're going to take here, Clark isn't going to be a part of those streams. It can't be. He can't be in those because it's just going to be too nerve-wracking trying to build that set, which I've already heard is a somewhat complicated build, and then also interacting. My primary thing that I need to be doing is interacting. So the build to me is secondary to the conversation that we're having, and I like to talk to you guys as much as possible. So what I'm going to do, and this is kind of my plan, I just wanted to confirm that you guys weren't necessarily here for the builds. Because the build to me with Saturn V, if that's what I do next, it's going to simply be, I'm going to take my time, very, very cautiously making sure I don't make any mistakes, but I'm going to try to be chatting the entire time. So what it's going to come down to is I might just set a stream limit of like an hour for each of the streams I do. However far I get is however far I get. I might build some off camera, and I might build some on. It's just going to be one of those things, but I really want that to be my next priority because, of course, I want to get that build. And I want it to be a good experience for you guys. That's really what it comes down to. If you guys think that taking that route isn't going to work, then I can change it up. The one thing that I'm really reluctant to stream, at least by myself, is going to be the Technic set, the excavator, and you know, that's something I want to talk about too in the stream tonight. I feel really bad about this. Sometimes I don't reply in the way that I should to people. Someone asked about, they said, what excavator? And I said, you need to subscribe to Brickitect. You know, and that wasn't the right thing to say. I should have said, oh, the excavator, that's something that I bought like a week ago and I was really excited about it. I made a video about it on Brickitect. You should go check it out. So for some reason, I guess I just assumed that everyone's always been around all the time and you've already seen everything, but we get new people every day, and that wasn't the right way to reply to that person. And not only do I feel bad, but like just I try to put myself in the mind of an outsider that hears that, and it's like, wow, that wasn't very nice. And that's not the person I am. But that's what I said in the moment. Maybe it was a combination of the stress of making excuses now, but maybe it was like, you know, dealing with Clark and all the stuff that was going on. It kind of just it gets a little overwhelming with it. But that wasn't good. And I find myself sometimes getting a little snippy with people that, you know, spam things and stuff like that. And I should, honestly, what I should do is just ignore that, because I shouldn't let that affect other people in the chat. That's what the moderators are there for. And sometimes I go on the attack when I see things that I don't like. When we commented on the person that was spamming, like advertising something on their channel, I shouldn't even have talked about that, because that just kind of goes to that level, and we don't need to focus on that kind of stuff. Put headphones on, ignoring work. Hey, as long as if you're getting paid salary, or if you're getting paid by the hour and not by any other measure, you can ignore your work, and as long as you don't get in trouble for that. Let me see. I'm going off. I need to go back on this chat. Let's see. Fine with most of us what you build on a live stream. Okay, so you guys are okay with whatever I build. Brickdalot said the set's not that bad except for a few spots. But have you seen me build Ninjago City? I mess up nearly every single stream. Yeah, I was thinking about doing something where I start organizing my Lego sets. Obviously with Clark that becomes a disaster, which again I think on the next stream, if it's going to be one of these more complicated sets, he can't be a part of it. Fire and Gaming says, I have an idea for what would be like a mini series in Brickitect if you like it. You could do how to build Thomas and Friends characters, because I feel like I know a guy that would like it, I'm assuming. Yeah, Mini Brick is actually making me directions on how to build a Thomas, and I'd like to start making some Thomas characters for our 9-volt train. I think that'd be really fantastic. Greg, to keep Clark busy, give him a box of minifingers. I really thought that he was going to be busy tonight. He had Clark O'Donnell to play with, he had Cranky, but yet he was still like really, like he was on the minifinger wall, he was trying to escape. He was just all over the place, and it might have just been one of those nights. I probably should have booted him, and a big thing of what that does is it takes away from the conversation that I can try having with you guys, because I'm focusing on too much. But also, on the other hand, I feel like people kind of like seeing, you know, just what a normal Lego life is, because that's what would be happening if we were building together. So it's we're kind of on the fence there. Speaking of live streaming sets, I was thinking about Taco Donna today as I was building it. And as I'm building it, and a lot of times I'm not recording because there's really nothing happening other than the build, and I was thinking kind of like what a waste that is. Like I could have been live streaming it, and it would have been really fun, you know, to share that whole experience. But it kind of just became, you know, obviously the majority of people on Brickitect like the highly edited, just 10-minute clip of, this is what we're doing, here's the set, here's it built, this is us having fun with it. But I kind of prefer like the live stream aspect. I like doing like the long form entertainment and interacting. So it's kind of one of those split things, but we should probably stick to what people like the most. Obviously, the vast majority of people haven't come over to BrickitecLIVE, so I would assume that this is kind of a niche thing. But mark my words, the future of YouTube is going to be live streaming. People eventually are going to want real-time things, and they want that interaction. They don't want, and conversation. They don't want to watch a pre-filtered thing that happened a long time ago. I love live streams. I like watching them. I like the stuff we do on the weekends. That's really fun, doing like the long-term thing. I like getting in and talking to other people and stuff. But you just watch. This is what the future is going to be. People are going to be live streaming all the time everywhere. What I thought could be really cool is, what if, and like nobody would be able to watch this that's probably watching this right now, because I know a lot of my people are in the United States, and a lot of them have jobs or in school. A lot of them have actual lives. What if I were just to turn the live stream camera on and do our video? You'd see all the mistakes and takes and things like that that we make, but you'd also see the set that's built. I've considered doing that. Like today, I could have started recording Taco Donna the second that we came down here, and you could have watched a, what's a 10-minute video could have been, 45 minutes or whatever of us actually doing whatever we're doing. Here's an option. It says build on live and edit and make a normal video out of Brickitect. I would do that. The only thing is my camera that I use for my normal Brickitect videos is much better than my live streaming camera. And I can't quite get the angles that I want to, so. Did I get a package from Lego Shop at Home today? I haven't yet. No, it's on its way. I'm doing a haul video tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. The backlog is going to be happy. The backlog is getting happy and fat. That's why I wanted to tear one out of it today, so we can kind of make room, figuratively and literally. But I have a haul to share with you tomorrow. I have another haul that's sitting here from eBay. I've got the Lego haul that I made from Lego, and I've got a haul coming that's not here yet, and I've got a haul from eBay again from the deal from the other day. So I'm about ready to be haul attacked, and I might be dethroning Lego Freak as the king of hauls, because we're about to add a lot of stuff in here. But again, I can justify it, because when you're making 365 videos on one channel and maybe 365 videos on another channel, I got some space that we can start taking on some sets here. But I haven't really bought a lot this year. In fact, I bought one 2018 set. I still need to make that video on what 2018 sets I want to get. But like, that video just keeps getting pushed back further and further because of my priorities. Like, I feel like that's kind of a lower priority video as much as I get asked about it. I'm like, okay, Taco Donna is definitely a video people want to watch before the 2018 sets I want to get. And then we've got the sets that I've gotten from for the haul that I'm doing tomorrow, so that becomes a priority too. Maybe I just need to be like, I'm committing to it. This is going to be the day that I do the 2018 one. Let's see, what am I missing here? Do the Lego haul from Lego. I can't do that really until I get it. Oh, you said you sent us something from Lego Shop at Home. That's why I asked. Well, I haven't gotten that yet, unless it's in our mailbox. I didn't actually check our physical mail. Usually they put the stuff on like our back porch. If that's the case, then I have another haul to do, folks. Thank you for that, Michael. I don't know what it is, but I want to let you know that I already appreciate it. Okay, I just saw the best comment that I've ever seen in my life. What if they made a giant cookie figure? Okay, I would literally drive to the Lego store, which is 3 hours away, to buy that right now if that was a total thing. If you were to get a new train, what would it be? Well, they told me there's a new train coming out this year. I actually bought the high-speed passenger train, which isn't my favorite one. I got it for the power functions, but it was a scam, so I didn't get it. I threw it up to you guys a couple weeks ago whether I should get the cargo train from a few years ago because it got super cheap, and you guys kind of led me away from it, so I didn't get that one, but that was probably the one that I wanted the most of the trains that are out. I haven't looked into the history of trains, but I love the one we have. It's at this point my favorite train of all time, because not only was it a gift to us, but we've had so much fun with it. I love this stream where we actually got it running. I like seeing Clark play with it. I have enjoyed it. I'm just really happy with that set. I'm just really, really happy. And I'm happy that John, aka Pops, got to watch us play with it. He said it made his heart smile seeing Clark's reaction, so that's really cool. Do I play Magic the Gathering? I know about Magic. I never played it. I never got into that, but I heard, is it Hearthstone? Is that the Magic that you can play online? I heard good things about that. I might be saying it wrong. Hearthstone. Get all the trains you can. Can you imagine? Right now, we're a heavy Trackmaster family, but I'd like to convert to Lego trains because then we can kind of build our own and stuff out of that. The 9-volt stuff is great, no batteries. Speaking of that, I went on to Amazon today, battery talk. I went on to Amazon and I bought 12 rechargeable AAA batteries. I'm tired of giving Duracell like all of my money, or Energizer all of my money. This video is brought to you by Energizer and Duracell. Those trains constantly are needing replaced all the time. The Trackmaster trains. So we're going to do rechargeables. And anyone having issues with the stream? I haven't built the Lego maze yet. It's become a kind of a funny point now that I'm going to build the maze on December 31st. Yeah, the one train that sneakily ran out of batteries. You guys know that train that we got mail time from Easy's Boys that they sent us the remote control one. Well, apparently Clark left that one on, like not like physically running, but it was on, ready to accept transmission from the remote, and the battery died in like 24 hours. So there's 2 AAAs down the drain. So I pretty much at that point was like, okay, I'm not buying any more batteries at the store. We're going to go to Amazon. I think I got a 12-pack of Amazon brand rechargeables for $12, which was, I think, a pretty good buy. It'll save a lot of money in the long run. Okay, I'm glad everyone's doing good. Just Glitch Blade's having problems. Yeah, Clarkman has the wooden trains, but I made the mistake of, and he was really happy with them, pushing them around, and he had a couple like little battery-powered ones. But I made the mistake of getting a Trackmaster train for him and a little bit of track, and ever since then, the wooden trains have just become a thing of the past. I guess once you upgrade, you don't go back. It's sort of like when I showed him his first real Lego set, Beyond Duplo, he was over it. I haven't seen your thumbnail submission. I haven't checked my email yet. Okay, that's good news. If I already ordered the batteries, so I'm hoping they work with Trackmaster. If they don't, then I'll just you know, go back to the old school. Speaking of that, have you been to Toys R Us? They're doing 40%. At least ours is doing 40% off of Trackmaster stuff, so you might be able to score some things. They didn't have a huge selection when I was there, but a couple different tracks, and we got salty. I'll be making a video on that. It's going to be kind of special to me because it's going to be our last trip to Toys R Us, and I'd like to have that recorded, so I committed to making a vlog of it. What's my #1 Lego set on my wish list? The diner right now. Yeah, because I don't have that, and I want to get it. I want to pick it up, but it's $170, and I just dropped $200 or $260 on the excavator, which I just, when I saw that, I had to have it. And then I just spent $94 on the Saturn V, so I think I need to build what I have here and then get around to some new stuff. And if the timing works out, I may even buy the diner at Philly Brickfest when I go to the Lego store there, but I was going to plan to get the ship in the bottle there. Never had Trackmaster, just love the wooden ones. Yeah, they're both really cool. I'm really disappointed with, we don't own any of them, but I saw that they're really doing a lot of wood on the outside of the new wooden trains. Welcome to Trainitect. And I don't really like the look. I like the painted, honestly. Yeah, the diner is amazing. I was between that and Assembly Square, but I think the diner for me it takes a little bit of a higher precedence because I love everything about it. It's just really fantastic. Initially, I didn't like the second and third floor, but after I started like kind of looking at it, I think it's really cool. And the fact that it comes with an extra car, that'll make Clarkman really happy as well. So I could see us really having a lot of fun with that. Assembly Square will be in our future, I'm sure. what do you do after I finish building Lego sets? Well, it all depends if Clark really enjoys playing with it. I don't have the storage capacity, well, at least on the wall just yet, to keep stored sets or keep built sets stored there. So I usually take them apart meticulously. I put them in a Ziploc bag that fits whatever the set is, and I take that in the instruction manual and I put it back in the box. Then I put that box on my shelf. So my Lego storage is more or less like a Lego library. Will this be able to continue this way? Probably not, because I'm already at 2 shelves full, and with my plans of purchasing, I'm going to need a 3rd shelf, and unless we buy a bigger house, eventually I'm going to run out of space doing it the way that I do it. So, I don't know. That's what I do right now. That's what Brickstar used to do. Speaking of Brickstar, I'm waiting for that. I want a 45-minute basement tour showing the whole kit and caboodle, the works. But yeah, like eventually, like just think of Ninjago City for example. What am I going to do with that box? That box takes up. I don't even have a shelf to fit it on, other than the one that it's on right now. But Ninjago City needs to go there. What am I going to do with it? Do I flatten it out? Which I don't want to do, because then I'd have to like retape it myself if I were to flatten it. Do I can't throw it away. I cannot throw boxes away. I've always had like this thing with saving boxes for things. I've tried using the justification that I might sell it someday. So any kind of like electronic equipment, I always keep the box. Like I'm like, oh, I'll sell it, and if I had the box, it'd be worth more. Like my GoPro, I save the box, cameras, I save everything. So I have a box of boxes, like a literal huge box full of boxes. And if you want to see all my boxes, at least from like a year ago, go to Greg's World and watch. I think it's called like the biggest unboxing video ever or something like that. And I just show all the boxes of stuff that I own. That's empty boxes. Yeah, I plan to make a Lego city. It's not a traditional city though. I can't say anything more than that. I've kept it a secret this long, so I can't reveal. But I'm really excited about it. I'm going to try to make it. It's going to be kind of small. I'm going to keep it on like a 3-foot by 3-foot table. So it can't be really big, and I need to make it kind of modular so I can take it apart when need be. But you guys know what my Lego city is going to be like. Clarkman is going to be on it all the time, so no matter what I build, I'm going to have to use the videos as almost like a remembrance of what it was, because he's always going to be destroying it, I guarantee it. I'm building the Saturn V on a live stream, but no one showed up yet. Hey, it might happen to me too. If I start doing the Saturn V as my next build, no one might show up for that. But I think we've confirmed from this, and I appreciate your guys' input on it. People want the conversation and the interaction more so than the build. And that, you know, I've mentioned before about what's the most important part of live streaming, and you know, Brickstar kind of talked about that a little bit in my comments on there. He said, he tends to go into a live stream with an idea of what he wants to talk about. He kind of, and I've noticed this from his live streams. He does far fewer than I do, but it is chock full of information. Like the one he made that was almost an hour long, he pretty much filled that with a little bit of interaction from the audience. But what I like to do, and it definitely for my style and the amount of live streaming that I do, especially hour-long builds night after night after night, I truly rely on the chat to keep things flowing, because I can only talk about so many things. Like my life isn't really that exciting to fill an hour of stuff. I mean, I suppose if I live streamed like once every 2 weeks, or if I live stream even like once a week, I could talk an hour to you guys about all kinds of stuff without you really even saying anything. I could just project to you. But my style, which is why I love live streaming, I think, is because I like feeding off of the audience. So when I say that we have a bad live stream, I can't take responsibility for that, because maybe it wasn't me having enough to talk about, but it all really just comes down to the mix of people. And I've had some great ones, I've had some bad ones, but with my style, with really long form, frequent live streaming, I need people to talk to, and I need you guys to talk back to me. So that's kind of where I stand on that. It just depends on, I guess, your really what it comes down to is how often you live stream and what you plan to cover in it. If you're doing like hauls and you want to talk about maybe something that happened recently, or like say I could talk about Toys R Us closing and our experience there for a while, but I could do that as just a regular video too, without any interaction. So I like to keep it kind of back and forth. Oh, Brickstar says, back in the day, I thought I could just go live and do whatever I wanted without acknowledgement in the chat. People leave. Watch somebody with 146,000 subs stream and people left because because they didn't talk to the chat. I kind of have the opposite problem. I talk so much to the chat that I get lost in what I'm doing. I get, heavily distracted. I'm trying to multitask, but I think the number one thing that we've covered here tonight is the build, to me and to you guys, is both secondary to the conversation. The conversation's everything. I mean, I'd like to think that I could sit down here with you guys, like even right now, I could sit down here and not even have a Lego set in front of me. And I like to think enough people would watch just because what we have here I think is really awesome. And I like to think that, maybe not, but you guys are here right now. There's going to be people that watch us or listen or watch this in the future, and they probably feel the same way. If it was just about the build, I don't think anybody would be here right now. You'd be like, I'm not going to listen to or watch a radio show on YouTube. I want to see somebody build a Lego set. But yeah, we've had just so many cool people, and I've been very fortunate. Like I know, Brickstar, in your comment that you left, you said you kind of started out at a time when maybe you do a live stream and nobody's there, people don't show up. I feel really fortunate that when I started live streaming, we already had like a pretty solid fan base, and when I started, like we had people come over like crazy. In fact, it got a little too much, and to the point where it got really bad in the chat for my first live stream. But we've always had a pretty solid group of people, and I love seeing the same names, and we joke around a lot. We have a good time. I sometimes get snippy with people, which I've already talked about in this stream, and I feel really bad about with some things that get asked or things that come up, and I need to work on that to make it to treat people the way that I should be treating them. But we all got things to work on and stuff like that. When's the next video with the moderators? I think that's going to be kind of like a weekend thing. I think like Friday, Saturday nights we're going to do that. My nephews are coming over this Friday night. I don't know if they're going to want to live stream or not. I'm going to definitely throw it out to them and see if they want to hang with me and do a live stream. They might be too nervous to do it, so I might not be on here at all on Friday night because they're coming over and spending the night. So I want to put the time into them. But if they want to build a set out of the backlog and they want to hang out with you guys and stuff, I can completely do the chat while they build. I think that'd be pretty cool. Finally, I caught a live stream. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. Bricked a lot, who's my new best friend. I wish we were best friends because you live pretty close to me and I love your collection. It says, I noticed that when you start without Clark, the chat is active, but when Clark shows up, the chat slows down. I think a lot of people enjoy you and Clark interacting. I see that. I think maybe the chat slows down because I have to focus more of my attention on him too, and then less on the chat. It's I don't know. I'm kind of doing something that I don't really see very often. I don't see many like chat teams like what me and Clark are. Of course, I don't see many Lego channels that are like that either. So we're kind of on unprecedented ground. I wish I could maybe find someone else that's doing something similar and ask them like, what's your strategy here? But right now my strategy is give Clark a decoy set, let him play with that, keep him busy as I can while I do what I need to do in terms of the build and also chat with you guys without it getting too distracting. But you guys see my streams, I pretty much mess up every build that I do and I have to go back because I constantly lose what step I'm on. I haven't received the Saturn V yet. It's in the mail, I believe. The lady said, I'm assuming it's a lady. I forget what their name was. I thought it was a lady. She said that she sent it out the day that I bought it. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's hope that she put it in a good box. Let's hope that she didn't put any tape that would be touching the front of it, like with the excavator. And I took a little bit of the artwork off on the front of the excavator. And it probably wouldn't bother anyone in the world but me because I'm kind of like obsessive about the boxes, if you haven't noticed that yet. But again, that excavator is never going back in the box. I'm going to keep it built all the time. Oh, Brickstar says many people start watching Clark instead of typing. Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, we don't always need to be talking. I feel like if I'm doing a live stream, I don't want to just be sitting there building without talking. So I try to keep it as active as I can, and I try to engage people as much as I can. But again, like if you do, like I don't even want to add up the number of hours I live stream a week. Eventually you just kind of run out of things to talk about. luckily I have there's a lot of funny people that come through, and just a lot of good conversation happens too. Except for like a lot of the bad stuff that happens too. Sometimes I look over to the chat and Lego Freak and Ginblade have deleted the entire chat because it's all been like hidden or whatever. People have been blocked, so it makes it kind of tough to find something. But that's probably a good thing. Okay, my package should be in your oh, it's going to be in the P.O. box. Okay, that makes sense. I need to go to the P.O. box tomorrow. I think they're going to be kind of, in the words of Topham Hatt, they're going to be cross with me at the post office because all these, like last time I went there, I had to go inside and there was a bin of stuff they have there. So my post office box was completely filled with all the 15K submissions, and there was a bin inside. I'm assuming they just keep stacking stuff in the bin. I don't think they would ever actually throw away the mail. So I should probably go tomorrow, clear it out, and then I'm going to have my wife stop in Thursday night to get the very last stuff for the 15K contest and whatever other mail that we get. So Friday's going to be the 15K. I'm going to pre-open everything ahead of time. I'm going to show everything on camera, just kind of like one after another to keep it kind of fast. I'm going to tell you guys what my favorites are, which I'm already going to pick beforehand because I'm going to have Mrs. Brickitect help me with that choice, just to make sure we pick the best ones. And then you guys are going to vote for the best one, and I'm going to send that person a $50 Lego set of their choice. Oh, Bricked a Lot, who is now an awesome moderator, says, I really try to engage the crowd if I can answer a question while you're busy with Clark. Yeah, a lot of the questions that come through are stuff that anybody that's been in any more than like 2 or 3 chats probably knows the answer to. I honestly sometimes not always regret blocking people. I hate to have to block anybody because that's somebody that, you know, obviously wants to be here. But if you're doing stuff that's either annoying to people, or you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, or swearing, or creating an environment that we don't want on this channel, I don't think anybody wants on this channel, there's no shame in blocking people. I would block 10 bad people to have 1 good person. Addison says, or Papa Bear says, they don't toss it. They may say you need to open up a higher tier P.O. box. They have two choices at my P.O. box or at my post office. There's the tiny one that fits letters, and there's a bigger one that fits maybe a small package. It's really, there's not much of a size difference, so the vast majority of things I would still have to go inside and get. The lady doesn't even ask my number anymore. She just goes and gets it, and sometimes walking out of the post office is kind of a challenge with all the stuff we get. I think I'm going to start taking in like a canvas bag or like one of those reusable grocery bags to start taking stuff. I almost wonder if they're annoyed with me, if anything, because I don't think most people that have a post office box have that kind of volume of stuff that's sent. But, you know, she just kind of seems kind of miserable when I'm there, but maybe she's like that all the time. What I want to say to her is, hey, you have a job at the post office. It's probably a pretty good job. You're getting paid pretty well. You should be happy. People have it far worse. Would you consider letting a bunch of fans join your Google Hangouts call one stream? I would like to recruit new people. Like, I'd like to have people join us and, you know, just have different people come through. But I really want to know, like, more about you before you jump in. Like, I want to make sure your quality, like your sound quality is good and stuff like that. So I would probably only invite other Lego YouTubers in to hang out with us. And I'm putting a formal invitation out there to Brickzar right now. He said he's getting his internet fixed this week. We spent half the stream talking about him anyway, so he might as well just join us, so he can at least defend himself. You know, because there's been talk about him kicking a possum 6 feet into the air inside his garage. I'd like him to kind of talk about that. Which, if you haven't seen Brickzar versus the Possum, my comment pretty much sums it up. It says best video ever. I think if I had to put another comment, I'd say epic hang time on that possum. Epic hang time. Oh my goodness. It brought me so much joy watching that during our stream. It might have claimed the title of, nope, it's not going to overthrow A Day in the Life of Brickzar, but it's right up there with it. I would like to enter the contest, but as an art student, I didn't want to take prize money from a younger viewer, didn't have the money to get sets themselves. That's really nice of you. Yeah, because I imagine you can make something just absolutely incredible and blow it out of the water. Oh no, there was no animal abuse. It was a friendly exchange. The possum walked away happily. Oh, he would have been cooked if we started the van. So you actually did, and he went on to live a long, prosperous life after that. I'm sure, probably in your neighbor's garage. Probably went to jump in your neighbor's van's engine bay. Oh, now I've got people, guys. I've got people getting upset with Brickstar. No, it was no big deal. It wasn't that bad. I was just poking fun and making jokes. Some of my comments aren't showing up. There's been some things that I've blocked from the chat. Are you by chance using the word favorite? Brickzar is innocent, yes. Yep, that you can't ask that. Yeah, just to explain the whole possum thing, he was in like the engine of the vehicle, and it definitely would have been a bad thing had they started it up or drove off with him in there. It wouldn't have turned out well. So scooting him out of the garage, which he was reluctant to do, was the best thing to do, so he could get back outside and go live with his family again. So it was the right thing to do. Some people probably would have shot him or done something worse. He was really reluctant to leave, though. I think he really liked that engine bay of the vehicle. I gotta eat dinner and start math homework. I'd much rather watch this with school before YouTube. Good. I'm proud of you. That's a good choice. I have friends that would have ate him. Well, in Pennsylvania, that would also happen too. It's called roadkill stew. Oh, there we go. Someone was able to avert my blocking strategy. What's your best creator set? The one that I own is Vacation Getaways. I've kind of debated lately what's my favorite Lego set. I'm thinking after thinking more about these retro sets from my childhood, maybe it's one of those. Looking back on it, sometimes the set doesn't have to be good. It's your memories of either the set or the time that you had it that can be good. And I remember some sets from the early 90s that that I still have, and maybe I'm changing that up a little bit. Do I like Mighty Micros? I don't own any of them, but I think they would be a huge hit with the Clark Man, because you got mini fingers and you've got yourself some vehicles. I mean, what more could you ask for? Have I built the City Pizza Bus set yet? Or it's in the backlog. Yeah, I built it. It's fantastic. Clark loved it. We actually built an alternate build out of it that I saw someone else build on YouTube. So you could go back. I don't know what the video title is, but we built it a few months ago. I love that set, and we got it for like $13, and I think it's available pretty widely for that price. I heard another person say they got it for that. So for $13, I would totally pick up the pizza van. Look up alternate builds after you buy it, because obviously being a city, it's not a 3-in-1, and you can build a pizza parlor as well if you look it up, or if you watch my video on it. What do I think about Nerf guns? Totally, we're going to get into Nerf once Clark Man gets a little older. He can't really squeeze the triggers and stuff yet. Demonetized. How's the Cookie Army? Sitting solid at 3. The Cookie Army is it's like a cookie militia right now. It's working its way up. They're starting the cookie revolution. Oh, Brickstar's leaving. We'll see ya. Thanks for attending. It's no cheaper over here. Okay. Yeah, but if you're looking for a city set, that's a cool one. One other city set that I'd like to get that I don't have yet is the city bus. Is that? I'm thinking about that one. Check out the city bus. It's a little more expensive though. I think it's about twice the cost of the pizza van, but equally cool. Oh yeah, if I got Nerf guns now, I'd probably just be the one shooting them, and I would probably just chase Clark around and shoot him with Nerf stuff, which could be really fun. Also, shooting the dog could be really fun too. So I guess if I were to get into Nerf, it'd probably just be for me, but it could make some epic videos on Greg's World. I'll get like the, I'll strap on the GoPro to the gun. I'll get like GoPro on my helmet and all kinds of stuff like that. BrickitectLIVE and BrickitectLIVE are longtime friends, met like 2 days ago. Yeah, well, I come to find out that BrickitectLIVE lives near where I do, and he said he has, you know, an awesome collection, which I can confirm. Sent me some photos, and it's like, if you were to have a dream of what a Lego collection looks like, that would probably be it. You should get some to shoot at Clark when he goes wild off the Octane. That's a good idea. When's the Toys R Us video coming out? I think I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is going to be really easy to edit that I'm doing for Brickitect. It's just a haul video, which is really simple to do. So it's not going to take me a great deal of time. So I think when I'm done with that, I'll edit up the Toys R Us video. I'll put that on Greg's World, and I'll put the haul video up. It's only 4 sets that I got, but the sets that I'm getting, or that I've received, pretty much complete my 2017 wanted list. So Wednesday would be a great day to do the sets I want from 2018. It's out of control. No, it's not out of control. If you really enjoy doing something, I'd say continue doing it, because, you know, Lego isn't really that expensive a hobby. Like, just think if you're into golf or skiing or whatever, just think how expensive that is. You buy a, you know, $50 Lego set even, and you build it this weekend, that's really not that bad. People go out drinking and, you know, go out to eat and stuff like that. They spend more money than that. I did see some high-ticket items there, though, so maybe you're spending a little bit more than that, but that's quite all right. Oh, I'm getting recommendations for Nerf guns. The Zombie Slide Strike. That sounds awesome, actually. Oh, I remember when you and Clark made the Duplo Tower and it fell on Roxy Bear. Yeah, that was one of our early videos. I actually came across a video the other day that had Clark in it that I completely forgot. It was called The Cheapest Set on Amazon, and at the end Clark's in there, and he's just like this little dude. It was from September of 2016, I think, and he was just this little thing. He was wearing like a onesie, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And then I realized these videos are going to be like that, like a year or two from now. That's what these videos are going to be like. So that's why I'm so happy to have all these things captured. Okay, BrickitectLIVE, I'm glad you're here, because we're going to have an intervention for you. It says I spend around 15 to 20K a year on Lego. Will you take this help that we're offering you today? We're going to send you off to a nice treatment center. I'll gladly watch over your Lego collection for you while you're gone. We need to get you help. And I'm going to build everything that you have. So you should probably go away for a good amount of time. I'm telling you, BrickitectLIVE, you need to start a Lego channel. If you're spending 15 to 20K, you need to do you need to become the king of hauls. That would easily put you at the king of haul level, and you need to do a video on your collection. It doesn't even matter if you show anything that you build. Just start doing haul videos. If you're spending that much money, people will watch that just to see what's this guy spending $500 on this week. Oh my God. They want to know what your job is now, BrickitectLIVE. He's a brain surgeon. No, I don't know. Maybe what if he only makes $25,000 a year, but he lives off of $5,000, so he can spend $20,000 on Lego. He eats he eats rice and lives on like a air mattress. He has no heat in his house. Oh, he's an electrical tech. There you go. Sounds like I should go to school for that. The haul tomorrow is a secret. It's a secret haul, but it's a haul. I like to keep people on the edge of their seats. I like to hype up things. Bricked a lot is really Bill Gates. That's possible. Is it one I will like, says Jinblade. You will. You will like one of the sets from there. And it's going to look fantastic. Perched high upon Ninjago City. It's going to be glorious. At least I hope so. I haven't built it yet. Jeff Bezos is worth more than Gates now. Yeah, I've given my fair share of money to Jeff. I love Amazon. It's pretty much the reason that Toys R Us probably doesn't exist anymore, honestly. Just watch scary videos for the last 2 hours. Need to cheer up. Go watch some BrickTech videos. They'll cheer you up. Watch a guy and his kid go on their Lego collecting journey and share that experience with you. Yeah, well, boy, Bricked a Lot says Toys R Us doomed themselves long ago, and that's surprising coming from you because I know you said you shop there often. My thoughts on Toys R Us, I mean, my experience there has always been it's so expensive. And I never bought there. The only reason that I want to keep Toys R Us around is just so I can take Clark in, like, say the next 10 years or so. I wish they was going to delay it by 10 years. I want to be able to take him into the store just for him to explore and have that sense of wonder looking at all this stuff, you know, and then pick out a set. Because I remember doing that as a kid. And that's really awesome. I mean, I suppose you can still do it at Walmart because they have several aisles of toys. But it's something special about just going to a toy store. You know, so that's the only reason I want to stick around. Do I, like, if you did find something there, I'd buy it reluctantly, but, like, honestly, it could be cheaper on Amazon. In fact, the only stuff I'd buy there if it was, like, on sale or clearance, and I don't think that very much happens. So some people have recommended that I do local searches for people selling Lego. I've looked on Craigslist. It's like there's like 4 listings or something, and 3 of them aren't even Lego. And what's some other ones that people have recommended to me? Pretty much everything anyone's recommended to me locally. We live in such a rural area that nobody is doing anything with selling Lego sets. Like, I hear people saying, like, oh, I got the Ferrari for $20 or whatever and all this stuff, and I just wish I lived in a city where I could actually do that. Or even, like, people say, like, they go to Goodwill and find this stuff, or like thrift stores. It's just around here you're not going to find that, unfortunately. Yeah, I've been exploring eBay quite a bit. I've been looking on Bricklink just to kind of see what is the best option for Lego sets, and it really just depends on the set. Some things you can find cheaper on eBay, some you can find on Bricklink. One I saw last night that popped up was the Women of NASA set that I've talked so much smack on, not because I have any disrespect towards women, just that I feel like they really dropped the ball on making an awesome ideas set and made that one. And it was like $17 with free shipping, and I was like, should I do it? And then I kept looking at the models of it. You know, you're getting like, I think, what, 4 minifigures, and just like a little space shuttle and telescope, and that's pretty much it. And I was like, I don't even know if I can't even justify $17 for this with free shipping. I would probably do it at maybe 10. I've gotten some deals on Craigslist before. Video games, not Lego stuff. I've gotten some video game deals there back when I was into that. Yeah, on our Craigslist, it seems most people are like looking to buy your Lego stuff or looking for Lego. It's not people actually selling it. It's just people that want to probably buy it from you for nothing and then sell it online for money. Have I used Google Express? You'll find out tomorrow. I've had some good luck at yard sales here and there. I plan to be doing some serious yard selling this year, so you better stay out of my territory, Brick the Lot. I'm going to be out there at the crack of dawn searching for Lego stuff high and low. OfferUp, that's the one. People told me about OfferUp. And Brick the Lot, you can confirm this. If you go on there, there's really nothing in our area, unfortunately. Yeah, Bricklink, see a comment here. It says Bricklink's hard to use. Yeah, it's not very user-friendly, but once you kind of figure out what the pieces are and stuff, it becomes okay. The complicated thing is with, like, it's much like eBay, I suppose, but like when you're adding stuff to your cart and it, like, some sellers don't have something you want, so then you have to go to another seller and then you have to pay shipping with 2 different sellers. It gets a little frustrating, but I've made about maybe 10 orders or so far, and I kind of like it. I mean, it is nice to have just a very specific Lego resource to go to. I will bow out to you. You are the master. I'll tell you what, if you find any Lego stuff at yard sales, I will gladly buy it from you at a premium just so I can make a video about yard sale scores, because they tend to do really well on my channel. People want to see that kind of stuff. In fact, I watched one today that I was really frustrated with. I saw this kid, he found this just epic score. It was like from a couple years ago. And he went all about it, showed everything on it, but the one thing that he didn't mention, and to me the most important thing, is how much did you get it for? He didn't say. Like, if you're going to talk about a yard sale score, the number one thing that people want to know, at least me, how much did you get that for $5? Did you get that for $200? What was the deal that you got? You can't do a yard sale score / deal video without actually talking about money. And I just felt like you really dropped the ball there. So I left him a comment. I was like, how much did you get this for? Have I seen the new Lego Indiana Jones sets? No, I didn't know there were new ones. I'd say one of my biggest failures of being a Lego YouTuber is not being up on news. I get people that ask me about stuff all the time. I'm like, nope, haven't seen it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know why people are so reluctant to talk about money. And I kind of talked about in the video today. Why don't people talk about what they pay for things? Is it just like, is money such a taboo topic? Like with my previous job, money was everything. Like that's all we talked about. A part of my job was asking people how much money they made. I looked at, pay stubs, reviewed tax returns, things like that. So I can talk about money all day. It doesn't make me uncomfortable. But some people, it's like one of those taboo topics and they don't want to talk about it. I mean, I understand like talking about how much money you make or whatever, but like just to talk about how much money you got a set for, it's not, it's not a big deal. Especially if you got it on a steal of a deal. You should be bragging about it. You should be like, that's a $300 set I got for $25. The new Jurassic Park revealed today. They're awesome. And yes, Jurassic Park. That I'm totally going to need to check out. I didn't see the incredible set pictures. If I didn't see any news. So if there's anything new, I don't know about it, but I should probably get up on such things. That way, instead of you guys asking me about it, I can say, did you guys see the Jurassic Park pictures? They're incredible. Let me tell you about them. I live in my little bubble here, I guess. Yeah, my father-in-law is the one that found Mason's treasure chest for $10. That was probably That wasn't my most epic score. My most epic score was the $5 Bionicle bin. And I didn't realize what a score that was until last night when I was looking around on eBay. I saw someone selling something smaller than that for a lot of money. And I was like, wow, I need to get into that Bionicle stuff and start building things out of there. Should I look up this Jurassic Park set? Let me take a look here. I know this has been going on for almost an hour, and that's running a little long, but as long as you guys want to hang out for a bit, I'm here. I'll just look up Jurassic Park Lego. I don't know if that's... Let me look up news, maybe? I don't know if anything's going to come up for that. 52 minutes ago. Oh, that is really cool. Yep. That's going to be for me. If you guys want to look it up, it's 75932, and it's $40. Buying it. Yeah, that's really sweet. Is there more than that? Is there more than just one? No, I think that's it. Okay. Yep, that's the one. I'm getting that. That's really cool. Yeah, Clark likes Bionicles. I gave him one just to play around with, actually. Yeah, someone disliked the video. I always get like one dislike on these late night live streams. Again, I think it's just my hater. My hater likes to follow the videos. They have notifications turned on just so they can come and click the thumb down button and they move on with their life. I do wonder like if they're ever gonna like find something better to do or give up on it. You think eventually they would just be like, man, this is really getting annoying, all the videos this guy makes, that I have to go in and thumb it down. I think I'm done. Yeah, the only Jurassic World set that I really liked was the Junior set. Like, I really thought it was cool. I think it's like I don't know what it's called, but it's just a vehicle with a dinosaur with it. And I thought Clark would enjoy that. Maybe we could build it together. Some of the other ones I didn't really love that much, but that to me, I'm really glad you brought that up, and I'm going to look at it again here just so I can take a gander at it. That's a really cool, and you get Grant with it too. Very awesome. And I love Jurassic Park, the original one. That was so good. Man. The dinosaur is going to be a huge hit. You guys already know that. Clarkman's going to be all over that one. Did my Toys R Us have Thomas Minis on sale? They did. Yeah, I'm reluctant to buy those though because Clark has quite a few of them, and we've been getting more in the mail, so yeah, we've been going a little crazy. Do you have a business email to contact you? You can just, if you want to send me an email, you can send it to brickitectLIVE@gmail.com. I don't have a business email. I ain't that professional. I have a Gmail account. Do you know Jurassic World 3 comes out in 2021? I didn't know that. Anybody love the original Jurassic Park? I feel like I have memories of watching in the theater. Obviously, if you guys saw my Blu-ray haul that I did it must have been like a month or so ago, I got Jurassic Park on Blu-ray finally. I never actually owned it. Oh, here's a comment. Something perfect for Clarkman would be the old Duplo Thomas trains from Lego. Yeah, I don't know what they go for. I think they're probably kind of pricey at this point, but that would be neat. He would probably enjoy those. What else can we talk about here, guys? Maybe we should wrap it up at this point. This has gone on for just about an hour. What do you think? Let's end it. It's 11 o'clock. I'm trying to make a commitment that I need to go to bed earlier, so this would be a good opportunity to wrap it up. This was a really great stream, in my opinion. Maybe you guys feel differently, but I had a great time talking to you guys. I think, you know, in this stream, I've pretty much committed that I think my next build is going to be the Saturn V. I'm going to take my time with it, do it nice and slow, spend a lot of time talking to you guys, and just, you know, just enjoying the process and enjoying just hanging out. It's going to be Clark free, so there's not going to be a whole lot of distractions there, and I'm not going to be missing any pieces. I'm going to just do my best to do everything at once to the best of my abilities. And I think that's about the best you can do. We'll see how it goes, at least for a stream or two. I'll probably build some off camera and give you updates as it goes, but I think it'll be kind of cool. Like, instead of just doing it all off stream and then not even really doing a video on it on my regular channel, why not just kind of share that experience together and, just have that. So we'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, we'll find out very early on. But that was my main goal of this. I just kind of wanted to see like what you guys were looking for in a live stream and how I could provide that. And I think the thing that we pretty much nailed down very early on is that it comes down to conversation, and I totally agree. So that's what we're going to be doing more of. So stick around on brickitecLIVE. Stay tuned on Brickitect tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a haul. It's only 4 sets, so it's not like mind-bending or anything like that, but it's some sets that I wanted to get from 2017, and I think you guys are going to be excited about those because they're going to be future videos as well. And then we'll just go from there. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really do appreciate it, and I hope everyone has a good rest of your night and morning, afternoon, wherever it is you're watching this. And we'll see you guys very soon.